Top 10 Worst States for Black Americans. Jobs, Education, and Progress. Imagine living in a place where opportunities seem scarce, where the education system feels like it's working against you, and where progress is painfully slow. For millions of Black Americans, this is a daily reality, especially in certain states. Today, we're diving deep into the top 10 states where life is toughest for Black Americans based on jobs, education, and overall progress. Stay tuned because some of these states may surprise you. Hi friends, welcome back to our channel, where we explore the best places to live, retire, and visit. From hidden gems in small towns to the safest cities with the lowest crime rates, we dive deep into everything you need to know to find the perfect place for every chapter of life. Today, we're shedding light on some of the most challenging places for Black Americans when it comes to jobs, education, and progress. Whether you're considering a move or simply curious, this video will give you a closer look at the reality in these states. So, if you're all about discovering where to thrive or where to avoid, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more deep dives into America's best and sometimes toughest places to call home. Despite the advancements we've seen over the years, the experience for Black Americans varies significantly across the country. Some states offer promising opportunities and a supportive community, while others continue to struggle with economic inequality, underfunded education, and fewer chances for upward mobility. When we talk about the worst states, it's about more than just statistics. It's about daily experiences, from finding a good job to receiving a fair education. Today's list is based on comprehensive data, surveys, and real stories that paint a sobering picture of the challenges Black Americans face in specific states. Without further ado, let's dive in. State number 10, Mississippi. Mississippi is a state filled with cultural richness and history, yet for Black Americans, life here can be a challenging journey. Mississippi's job market, particularly for Black residents, offers limited high-paying opportunities, with median income levels significantly lower than the national average. Black households face some of the highest poverty rates in the country, and economic mobility remains stagnant. When it comes to education, predominantly Black school districts are often underfunded, leaving students without access to advanced coursework, extracurriculars, or resources that could prepare them for college and well-paying jobs. Despite the resilience of communities, barriers to advancement make Mississippi one of the toughest states to find sustainable progress. State number 9, Alabama. In Alabama, racial disparities in the workforce and education system reveal a state still grappling with its history. Black residents in Alabama often find themselves at a disadvantage in the job market, facing both lower wages and fewer opportunities for upward mobility, especially in higher-paying sectors. Black-owned businesses struggle to thrive due to a lack of funding and resources, while public schools in predominantly Black areas are chronically underfunded. This lack of investment in education often limits career pathways, making it difficult for families to break out of poverty cycles. Though some efforts are in motion to address these issues, the pace of change is slow, leaving Black communities struggling to keep up. State number 8, South Carolina. South Carolina offers picturesque landscapes and historic towns, but for many Black residents, the experience is clouded by economic and educational inequities. Unemployment rates among Black South Carolinians remain higher than the national average, and many well-paying industries are difficult to access without significant support. In education, schools in predominantly Black areas often have fewer resources, fewer advanced classes, and fewer extracurricular opportunities. This disparity puts students at a disadvantage, limiting their college prospects and ultimately their ability to access well-paying jobs. For Black communities, South Carolina presents hurdles that make it difficult to realize the American dream. State number 7, Georgia. Georgia has experienced significant growth, especially in urban areas like Atlanta, which has become a hub for Black professionals. However, outside of these urban centers, Black residents face systemic obstacles in finding economic stability and quality education. While Atlanta's progress shines as a beacon, rural Georgia and even some urban areas still see high unemployment rates for Black communities and limited access to quality public education. For many, economic progress feels out of reach as low-paying jobs and lack of funding in schools keep communities struggling to catch up. Georgia's success is uneven, and Black communities often bear the brunt of these disparities. State number 6, Louisiana. Louisiana is known for its vibrant culture and unique history, but the experience for many Black residents is marked by persistent poverty and limited economic opportunity. Black communities across the state face some of the highest poverty rates in the country, with scarce job opportunities in well-paying industries. Many Black-owned businesses struggle to get off the ground due to lack of financial support, while the education system is underfunded, especially in predominantly Black communities. Schools in these areas often lack access to updated textbooks, technology, and resources that could help students prepare for a brighter future. Louisiana's Black communities continue to show resilience, but the state's systemic inequities make progress a constant challenge. State number 5, Arkansas. In Arkansas, racial disparities affect nearly every aspect of life for Black residents. Job prospects in high-paying industries are limited, and Black communities frequently encounter barriers to economic mobility. With a significant portion of Black residents living in poverty, the ability to build generational wealth remains out of reach for many families. The education system in predominantly Black communities is often severely underfunded, lacking the resources needed to support student success. In Arkansas, access to quality health care, economic opportunity, and educational advancement is limited, making it one of the most challenging states for Black families striving to improve their circumstances. State number 4, Missouri. Missouri's urban areas, particularly St. Louis and Kansas City, provide some opportunities for Black residents. But these cities also show deep-rooted inequalities. Black communities across the state face stark income disparities and limited career growth in many industries. The education system in Missouri's predominantly Black neighborhoods is often under-resourced, leading to high dropout rates and few chances for advancement. For young Black Missourians, the limited resources and economic challenges can make it difficult to envision a prosperous future. Missouri's widening wealth gap reveals a tough reality for Black families who struggle to gain the same economic footing as their counterparts. State number 3, Kentucky. Kentucky ranks among the lowest for economic mobility and opportunity, especially in its rural areas, which have large Black populations facing economic hardship. Black Kentuckians experience some of the highest poverty rates in the U.S., with limited access to well-paying jobs and career development. Schools in predominantly Black areas often suffer from lack of funding, resulting in fewer educational resources and lower college enrollment rates. The cycle of poverty becomes difficult to escape for many Black families who find themselves facing a future filled with economic and educational barriers. Kentucky remains a challenging state for those seeking progress. State number 2, West Virginia. West Virginia has one of the highest poverty rates among Black residents in the country. Job opportunities in high-paying fields are extremely limited, and economic growth has been stagnant in many parts of the state, particularly rural areas. For Black students, access to quality public education is a serious concern, as schools in predominantly Black communities are often underfunded and lack crucial resources. With limited access to higher education and well-paying jobs, many Black families in West Virginia find it challenging to achieve financial stability, let alone upward mobility. West Virginia's systemic issues have created an environment where progress feels nearly impossible for many Black residents. State number 1, Indiana. Indiana tops our list due to its significant challenges in both economic and educational sectors for Black communities. Black Hoosiers encounter some of the lowest wages and some of the highest barriers to career advancement, especially in areas with limited job diversity. Predominantly Black schools are often underfunded, leading to fewer resources, fewer extracurriculars, and lower college attendance rates. The state's policies, coupled with the lack of support for social programs, exacerbate these disparities, leaving Black families with fewer opportunities to build a stable future. For Black Americans in Indiana, the road to progress is filled with obstacles, making it one of the hardest states to thrive in. The reality of these states underscores the broader need for systemic change, from education reform to economic development and social support programs. These aren't just statistics. They're real challenges faced by real people every single day. And while the road ahead may be long, awareness is the first step to making meaningful change. Let's keep pushing for better opportunities, education, and equality for all. Thank you for watching this video on our channel. If you found this eye-opening, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to see this, and hit that subscribe button. Together, let's continue to shed light on these important issues and work towards a better future for everyone. See you in the next video.